same engine, built on the same line, can wear a badge that cuts the price in half. Toyota engineering has sat under Chevy, Pontiac, Geo, and Scion names, while buyers walked right past it. These are the badge twins worth knowing, with the price gap, the factory story, and the weak point that decides the deal. Number 12, Chevrolet Nova, 1985 through 1988. The badge says Chevy, but the bones came from Toyota's side of the shop. The front-wheel drive Chevrolet Nova from 1985 through 1988 came from NUMMI in Fremont, the GM and Toyota joint venture, and it was tied to the Corolla family Toyota Sprinter. Buy a clean stock car with the Toyota A Series 4-cylinder and records. Avoid rusty cars, modified hatchbacks, vacuum line nightmares, and any car with no timing belt proof. These were economy cars, not collectibles for most buyers, so driver-quality cars usually sit around $2,500 to $6,000, while clean Toyota Corolla relatives can bring stronger interest. The discount exists because buyers hear Nova and expect old Chevy muscle, then ignore this small front-drive commuter. The mechanical reason is simple. Lightweight, Toyota small car hardware, and no heavy luxury equipment. The weak point is age. Check lower doors, strut towers, rear arches, and floor edges for rust. Open the oil cap and look for sludge. Ask for timing belt receipts. Let it idle warm and watch for carburetor stumble or overheating. Buy it only as a secret Toyota-built oddball for short commutes and hobby-level ownership. Walk away if rust or missing belt history turns value into a project. The next car keeps Toyota, small car logic, but the badge comes from Toyota's own youth brand. If this kind of badge knowledge saves you money, subscribe. We look past the hood emblem and follow the engine, factory, and repair path. Number 11, Scion XA, 2004 through 2006. This is what happens when Toyota hides a Yaris-sized drivetrain behind a badge nobody searches. The Scion XA from 2004 through 2006 is the North American version of the Toyota IST idea, using the Toyota small car platform logic and the 1.5-liter 1NZF-E engine. Buy stock automatic or manual cars with service records. Avoid modified cars, slipping clutches, harsh automatic engagement, heavy rust, and sellers who think discontinued means maintenance no longer matters. Kelley Blue Book shows old XA resale values down in the low $2,000 range, but clean title runners with normal miles usually ask $3,000 to $5,500. Comparable Toyota Echo or early Yaris examples often get more attention because the hood badge says Toyota. The discount exists because Scion looks like a dead youth experiment to older buyers. The mechanical reason it lasts is its low weight and a small Toyota engine that is not working hard. The weak points are the mounts, rear wheel bearings, clutch wear, and old suspension. Hold the brake and shift from park to drive. Listen for a rear hum at road speed. Test clutch bite on a hill. Look under the rockers and rear suspension mounts for rust. Buy it for low fuel use, easy parking, and city errands. Skip it for quiet interstate travel, adult backseat comfort, or modern crash expectations. The next car puts a Geo badge on Corolla bones, and that is where the badge discount gets even more obvious. Number 10, first generation Geo Prizm, 1989 through 1992. The Geo badge is the disguise. The Corolla DNA is why this little sedan still deserves a careful look. The first generation Geo Prizm from 1989 through 1992 was built at NUMMI alongside Corolla family cars after the Chevrolet Nova program. Target base or LSI cars with the 1.6-liter Toyota 4AFE engine and clean body structure. Avoid abused GSI cars, rusty shells, neglected 3-speed automatics, and anything with unknown timing belt history. Clean old Prizms generally trade around $2,000 to $5,000, while the same era Toyota Corolla listings can pull more from buyers who trust the obvious badge. That price gap exists because Geo has almost no brand pull today. The mechanical reason is Toyota 4A series hardware, lightweight, and ordinary manual or automatic drivetrains. But OLD does not mean safe to buy blind. The weak point is timing belt neglect, oil leaks, rust, and tired cooling systems. Ask for timing belt and water pump proof. Check coolant color before the drive. Look along lower body seams, rear arches, and floor edges. Drive it fully warm and feel for shift delay or clutch slip. Earl, a retired parts counter guy, found a $3,200 Prizm with 146,000 miles and belt receipts, then walking from a shinier Corolla with crusty rear arches. Same Toyota bones do not beat bad metal. Buy this only if the body is solid. Walk away from hidden rust, overheats, or a seller with no paper trail. The next badge twin is box-shaped, Japanese built, and much roomier inside than it looks. Number 9. First generation Scion XB, 2004 through 2006. Most people see a toaster. A smart buyer sees Toyota small car parts with a cargo box attached. The first generation Scion XB from 2004 through 2006 was the US version of the Japanese Toyota BB, using Echo and Yaris family platform logic, and the 1.5-liter 1NZ-FE engine. Buy stock cars with normal wheels, clean interiors, and receipts. Avoid slammed cars, loud exhausts, cheap coilovers, rusty rockers, and automatics that hit hard from park into drive. Kelley Blue Book puts clean old XB values around the low $4,000 area, but actual usable examples often ask $4,000 to $7,500, depending on mileage, rust, manual versus automatic, and modifications. There was no Toyota BB badge here, so the comparison is a Toyota small car and Matrix-style utility money. The XB stays cheaper because Scion confuses buyers, and the shape looks weird on a dealer lot. The mechanical reason it lasts is a light box body moved by a proven Toyota Small 4, so routine parts stay cheap, and the repair path stays simple. The weak point is modification abuse, rear wheel bearings, mounts, and rust. Check tire dates and uneven wear from lowered suspension. Listen for rear bearing hum. Hold the brake and shift into drive and reverse. Inspect rockers and rear suspension points. Buy it for tall seating, cargo flexibility, and low running costs. Skip it if you need power, quiet freeway miles, or a clean, unmodified look. The next one wears Pontiac plastic, but it rolled out of the same Toyota and GM factory as its Matrix twin. Number 8. Second generation Pontiac Vibe, 2009 through 2010. Pontiac died, but this car's Toyota parts story did not. The second generation Pontiac Vibe from 2009 through 2010 continued the Toyota Matrix relationship and came from the NUMMI partnership story. The safest value target is the base front wheel drive model with the 1.8-liter Toyota engine. Avoid 2.4-liter cars unless oil consumption history is clean. All-wheel drive cars with unknown service, neglected GT trims, and any Vibe with open recall work. Current clean title cars with 100,000 to 180,000 miles often sit around $5,000 to $9,000, while comparable Toyota Matrix listings usually pull more simply because the badge says Toyota. The discount exists because Pontiac is gone and buyers wrongly assume parts support died with it. The mechanical reason is the Corolla and Matrix platform logic, Toyota 4-cylinder power, and hatchback usefulness without SUV weight. The weak point is recall completion, oil use on the 2.4, and cargo leaks. Run the VIN through NHTSA. Check the oil level before and after a warm drive. Lift the cargo floor for water, rust, or mildew. Listen for rear suspension clunks. Buy it when you want Matrix cargo without Matrix pricing. Walk away from wet floors, missing recall proof, low oil, or sellers hiding engine size. The next car trades cargo space for a coupe body and a Camry engine under a Scion badge. Subscribe if you would rather buy the hidden Toyota than overpay for the obvious one. Same parts matter more than showroom pride. Number 7. First generation Scion TC, 2005 through 2010. A Scion TC can be a Camry engine bargain or a teenager's unfinished project with payments already gone. The first-generation Scion TC from 2005 through 2010 was built by Toyota at the Tsutsumi plant and used the 2.4-liter 2AZFE engine, the same Toyota engine family seen in Camry applications. Buy stock cars with records, normal wheels, and no accident story. Avoid 2007 through 2010 examples with unchecked oil consumption, abused manuals, lowered suspension, leaking glass roof areas, and cars wearing intake, exhaust, and no maintenance folder. Kelley Blue Book shows a 2010 TC started around $17,800 new, and clean used examples usually live around $4,500 to $8,000 with 100,000 to 180,000 miles. Similar Toyota four-cylinder sedans can draw broader demand, while the TC gets discounted because Scion is gone and many coupes were modified. The mechanical reason is the common Toyota 2AZ parts and a naturally aspirated layout. The weak point is oil consumption, especially when owners stretch intervals. Check the oil level before starting. Let it idle warm and look for smoke. Inspect glass roof seals and hatch struts. Drive rough pavement and listen for coilover clunks. Buy it if you want Toyota parts in a cheap coupe. Skip it if the seller calls modifications upgrades. The next car is older, quieter, and even closer to Corolla bones. Number 6. Second generation, Geo Prizm, 1993 through 1997. The Corolla buyer pays for the obvious badge. The Prizm buyer has to know the secret. The second-generation Geo Prizm from 1993 through 1997 remained a Numi-built Corolla-based car using Toyota 4 AFE or 7 AFE engine options depending on year and trim. Buy clean base or LSI cars with timing belt receipts, smooth idle, and solid body seams. Avoid rust belt cars, bad automatics, missing belt proof, dead gauges, and electrical neglect. Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds place old book values very low, often near $1,000 to $3,000 depending on condition. But a clean running car can still ask $2,500 to $5,000 because cheap transportation is scarce. A Toyota Corolla from the same year usually pulls more because buyers instantly understand the Toyota badge. The mechanical reason it lasts is the Toyota A-Series engine family, low weight, basic suspension, and broad parts overlap. The weak point is rust and neglected automatic or differential fluid service. Check rear arches, floor seams, rockers, and strut tower areas. Pull the transmission dipstick and smell the fluid on an automatic. Ask for timing belt proof. Test every window, gauge light, and speedometer. Buy it when you want cheap basic transportation, and you can live without modern comfort. Walk away. If flaky metal, burnt fluid, or missing records turn the value into a money pit. The next one is newer, smaller, and carries Corolla engine logic in a stubby Scion body. Number 5. Scion XD, 2008 through 2014. The XD is not exciting, and that is exactly why it can be bought right. The Scion XD from 2008 through 2014 was the North American version of the second-generation Toyota YST, and Toyota's own lineage ties that car to the Scion XD. It uses the 1.8-liter 2Z RFE Toyota engine, the same family tied to Corolla duty. Buy clean stock cars with normal tires, records, and no delivery abuse. Avoid modified cars, neglected automatics, accident-repaired front ends, and cars that show oil use with no explanation. Kelley Blue Book puts later XD fare, purchase numbers are around the $7,000 area, and real clean title cars usually run $5,500 to $9,000, depending on mileage, condition, and rust. Similar Toyota Corolla listings often ask more because the Toyota badge is obvious. The discount exists because Scion sounds discontinued, even though the mechanical family is still familiar. The mechanical reason is a timing chain Toyota 4-cylinder in a compact body that does not overload tires, brakes, or suspension. The weak point is water pump seepage, front strut wear, and ignored oil level. Look for pink coolant residue near the water pump. Check oil cold. Drive over rough pavement and listen for strut noise. Read tire dates and inspect front tire edges. Buy it for a simple commuter with Corolla engine logic and lower badge tax. Skip it if you need a quiet rear seat, strong passing power, or highway comfort. The next box is bigger, heavier, and has Camry engine power, which adds space and one serious warning. Number 4. Second generation. Scion XB, 2008 through 2015. This one looks like a refrigerator, but the parts counter sees Toyota. The second generation Scion XB from 2008 through 2015 shared Toyota Corolla Rumion and Toyota Rucus roots overseas and used the 2.4-liter 2AZFE Toyota engine. Buy later well-maintained examples when possible, but records matter more than the year. Avoid early cars with unresolved oil consumption history, heavily modified boxes, delivery use, rough automatics, and anything 2 quarts low on the dipstick. Kelley Blue Book shows the 2015 XB started around $20,000 new, and now fair purchase numbers sit around the upper $8,000 range. Real clean title examples with 90,000 to 170,000 miles usually run $1,500 to $10,500. Comparable Toyota Matrix, RAV4 adjacent utility, or Corolla hatch-style choices often cost more because people recognize Toyota faster. The discount exists because the box shape and Scion badge confuse shoppers. The mechanical reason is the Corolla platform structure, the Camry family power, and common Toyota service parts. The weak point is oil consumption on the early 2AZ engines. Check the oil level before the drive. Look for blue smoke after warm idle. Inspect tires for uneven wear. Drive fully warm and feel every shift. Marty, a retired appliance repairman, compares a $7,900 XB with oil records against a cheaper one sitting 2 quarts low. The record car is the value, because a Toyota engine only helps if the owner keeps oil in it. Buy it for space, upright seating, and cheaper utility. Walk away from low oil, rough shifts, or delivery wear. The next Pontiac may be the cleanest Matrix discount on the board. Number 3. First generation Pontiac Vibe, 2003 through 2008. This is the badge. Twin most sellers still under explain and most Toyota shoppers still under search. The first generation Pontiac Vibe from 2003 through 2008 was jointly developed by GM and Toyota, built at NUMMI in Fremont, and sold as the Toyota Matrix Twin. Base models used the Toyota 1.8-liter 1ZZFE, while the GT used the higher-strung 2ZZGE. Buy the base front-wheel drive Vibe for the lowest running costs. Avoid 2005 through 2008 cars with unresolved ECM recall status, GT cars with abused 6-speed manuals, all-wheel drive cars with unknown service, and rusty northern cars. Kelley Blue Book shows a 2008 Vibe resale value around the mid-$3,000 area, but real clean cars commonly ask $4,000 to $7,500. A Toyota Matrix usually costs more because the badge is clearer to buyers. The discount exists because Pontiac is gone, and shoppers mistake this for an orphan GM economy car. The mechanical reason is the Corolla and Matrix platform hardware with Toyota engine and transmission choices. The weak point is ECM recall status on certain 1ZZ 2-wheel drive cars, plus airbag recall history. Run the VIN through NHTSA. Check the hatch floor for water. Test warm idle and restart. Listen for manual gearbox noise or automatic flare. Buy it when you want Toyota Cargo logic for Pontiac money. Skip it if recalls are open, rust is underneath, or the GT has been beaten. The next Scion is newer, cleaner, and became a Toyota badge 1 year later. If this list has already changed how you search, subscribe. Smart buyers check the platform before they pay extra for the badge. Number 2. Scion IM, 2016. This is the rare case where Toyota changed only the badge, and buyers still forgot to search for the old name. The Scion IM was sold for 2016, based on the European Toyota Auris, and when Scion ended, the same basic hatchback became the Toyota Corolla IM for 2017. Edmunds describes the Toyota IM as basically the same car as the Scion IM, And Kelly Blue Book notes the Scion used Toyota's 1.8-liter Corolla-related engine with Valvematic. Buy a clean title 2016 cars with service history and no accident record. Avoid neglected CVTs, missing fluid history, Southeast distributor cars with open tire label recall status, and any hatchback with mismatched body gaps. Kelly Blue Book puts fair purchase numbers around the $11,000 range, and real clean cars with 70,000 to 140,000 miles often run $9,500 to $14,000. A Toyota Corolla IM can ask more because buyers search for Toyota first. The discount exists because Scion vanished right after this car arrived. The mechanical reason is the Toyota Auris and Corolla hatchback hardware with a 1.8-liter Toyota engine and broad parts support. The weak points are CVT neglect and water pump seepage. Drive it fully warm and feel for CVT shudder. Check records for CVT fluid service. Look for coolant residue near the water pump. Check tire dates, recall status, and body gaps. Buy it if you want a newer Toyota hatchback without full Toyota badge pricing. Walk away. If the CVT feels risky, the service history is thin, or accident repairs show. Number 1 is the cleanest, cheapest Toyota trick of all, a Corolla wearing a Chevrolet badge. Number 1. Chevrolet Prizm, 1998 through 2002. This is the one I would explain to a buyer who keeps losing Corollas to higher bidders. The Chevrolet Prizm from 1998 through 2002 was the final GM-badged Corolla sedan from NUMMI after Geo ended, built alongside Toyota Corolla production in Fremont. Buy a base or LSI Prizm with the 1.8-liter Toyota 1Z ZFE, ordinary manual or automatic transmission, clean metal, and service records. Avoid heavy oil consumption, rusty rockers, neglected automatics, bad catalytic converters, missing maintenance history, and any seller who says it is basically a Corolla but cannot prove care. Kelly Blue Book shows a 2002 Prizm resale number around the low $2,000 area, while Edmunds used values can sit even lower on rough cars. In the real market, clean title runners with 120,000 to 220,000 miles often ask $2,500 to $5,500 because cheap running cars have become hard to find. A comparable Corolla usually asks more because the Toyota badge does the explaining for the seller. The Prizm discount exists because Chevrolet's economy sedan sounds boring, the Prizm name is dead, and there is no enthusiast image. That is exactly why it wins. The mechanical reason is the Corolla platform structure, the Toyota 1ZZ engine hardware, ordinary transmissions, and parts overlap that keeps the repair path familiar. The weak point is early 1ZZ oil consumption and age-related rust. Check oil before starting. Let it warm, then look for smoke after idle. Pull the automatic transmission dipstick and smell the fluid. Inspect rockers, rear arches, floor edges, and the trunk for water or rust. Alan, a retired school custodian, looks at a $3,800 Prizm with 171,000 miles and oil change receipts beside a $5,900 Corolla with no records. The badge does not beat the folder. At this age, the better buy is the car with clean metal, full fluids, and a seller who knows what has been done. I would rather own an honest Chevrolet Prizm with proof than a prettier Corolla running low on oil. Buy this for the lowest cost Corolla ownership path, a basic commuter, or a second household car that does not need image. Skip it. If oil use is heavy, the automatic slips, the converter rattles, or the structure is rusty, walk away from the phrase "same as Toyota" when it is used to hide neglect. The Chevrolet Prizm earns number 1 because the relationship is clean, the price gap is real, and the ownership math is easy to understand. You are not buying a fake Toyota story. You are buying the GM badge that sat on real Corolla bones, then using that badge discount to protect your wallet. That extra money belongs in tires, fluids, brakes, and inspection, not in a hood emblem that does nothing after the sale. The folder matters more than the logo anyway. The roadmap will separate true Toyota twins from cheap cars that only sound like deals. Buyer roadmap. The Chevrolet Nova is the old Toyota-built oddball. Buy only if rust, timing belt proof, and warm idle pass. The Scion XA is the small city commuter. Watch mounts, rear bearing hum, clutch feel, and rust. The first-generation Geo Prizm is the early Corolla family bargain. Timing, belt proof, and body condition matter more than paint. The first-generation Scion XB is a cargo box with Toyota small car hardware. Avoid modified suspension, old tires, rear hum, and rust. The second-generation Pontiac Vibe is a matrix utility under a dead badge. Buy the 1.8 first and verify recalls. The first-generation Scion TC is a Camry engine coupe value. Oil consumption and modification history decide the deal. The second-generation Geo Prizm is cheap Corolla logic under the Geo trim. Rust, timing belt records, and automatic fluid are the big checks. The Scion XD is the Corolla engine commuter in a stubby hatchback. Check water pump seepage, oil level, front suspension, and tires. The second-generation Scion XB gives big cargo and Camry family power. Avoid early oil burners without proof. The first-generation Pontiac Vibe is the strongest matrix alternative. Verify ECM and airbag recalls before trusting the Pontiac price. The Scion IM is the Corolla IM before the Toyota badge returned. Check CVT behavior, water pump, and recall status. The Chevrolet Prizm is the cleanest Corolla discount. Buy records, oil control, clean metal, and smooth shifts. A Toyota engine does not save a neglected car. Buy the records, inspect the weak points, and pay for the condition before badge pride. Click the next video playing on your screen right now. It covers badge traps that only look cheap. Subscribe, stay sharp, and stop paying extra for hood emblems today.